Hello everyone. My name is Alex Martinez, and today I am going to show you a few of the updates that I did to my Data Cloud and MuleSoft integration. Alright, so by this point, I fully expect you to have followed parts 1 to 3 of the previous videos or articles. We are now at part 5. I don't require you to follow part 4. It's just for security reasons if you want to secure your API or your app. But parts 1 to 3, I do want you to follow them because you have to do some specific configuration for MuleSoft, Data Cloud, and Postman. So once you have done that, go ahead and go on to my REST client request and then into Postman. And here you will be able to download the latest Postman collection. This is how the new Postman collection looks like. As you can see from here, we have the 4 previous operations, the insert and delete. I just renamed them to streaming, but the rest of these operations are for bulk. So you should now have these 5 operations. The second thing you should be doing is also in my Data Cloud MuleSoft integration. If you go here to releases, there is now a release 210. So this handles the bulk operations now. And if you scroll down, you will be able to see here the jar. So download that jar and upload it into your runtime manager. So as I said before, you should be able to have already your application running in runtime manager. So you should only go here, click on choose file, upload file, put the new jar and click on apply changes. And now you should be on the latest version of the code. Similarly, I have here my API manager with my application, proving that I have the basic authentication policies, but you don't have to do this one if you don't want to. All right, so what changed? I have these 5 new operations. There are really 4 because we have the bulk get all jobs, the Upsert that you can choose to do CSV or JSON, the get job info, or the delete job. So before I get started into what's new, let me show you a little bit of the bulk process in Data Cloud. Okay, so if we take a look at this diagram, this is the flow of Data Cloud. This is how this works. So first of all, we have the create job. And when we create a job, the state is open. These blue circles are the operations that you use in MuleSoft. So after you create a job, you have to upload the job data. So this still remains as open. You have to manually close it because you can keep uploading data as much as you can. So once you know you're done uploading your data, there are 2 states that you can do at this point. You can either continue the rest of the process by closing the job with the upload complete state. Or you can choose to abort everything, change the state to aborted, and then this job, there's no longer anything that you can do with it. But if you choose to continue and you close the job with the upload complete state, then Data Cloud takes the job information, all of your data and everything, and queues it with the state in progress. So once Data Cloud is done processing your data, it depends on whether it was successful or not. If it was successful, then your job is updated to the state of job complete. But if it was not successful, then your job is updated to the state of failed. Now, if you want to delete a job, you can only delete it in one of these 4 states: upload complete, job complete, aborted, or failed. And as you can see from these arrows, these are the 4 states where you can remove or delete the job. Okay, so now that we have a little bit of more context on how this bulk works, here, first of all, we have the get all jobs operation. What this does is that it's going to return all of the jobs that you have or that you have access to in Data Cloud, whether they are open or closed or job complete or so on. You will be able to see the list of all of the jobs. I am not going to be able to run all of these because they have critical information inside and I don't want to show that to you. But you don't have to set up any query parameters or any body or anything. You can just simply send this once you have set up all of your Postman collection. The second operation that we can see from here is the Upsert with a CSV. In this request, you do have to send some query parameters. They're the same query parameters that we've been using from the insert operation. So it's just the source API name and the object name. And then in the body, you can send everything as a CSV. The Mule application will be able to take this and send it to Data Cloud. If you don't want to use CSV or you have your data in JSON, that is completely okay. You can use this Upsert JSON, and it's the same thing, just the body is different and it's sending a JSON payload. So inside the Mule application, it will take this JSON payload and it will transform it into a CSV to send it to Data Cloud. Now this Upsert operation, if you remember from our diagram, we have to first create the job, then upload all the data, then close the job. So this Upsert operation does those 3 steps for you. At the end, if everything went well, you will receive a response with an upload complete state. If we go back to the diagram, that means that everything went well. We continue and we close the job with the upload complete, so Data Cloud can start processing the data. So these 3 steps are taken care of by that Upsert operation. So in the response of this Upsert, you will receive all of the details of the job, including the state and the ID. So if you take that job ID and you put it here into the get job info, you will be able to retrieve all of the information of that job, including if it's still upload complete, or if it's in progress, or if it's failed or job complete. You will be able to get all of that information from here. So pretty much after you close the job, you only need to wait to what Data Cloud processes. So your job can be in upload complete, in progress, or it could be already processed and changed to either job complete or failed. And finally, another thing that you can do with the job ID is to delete the job. Going back to our diagram, remember you can only delete a job that is in one of these 4 states. So if you're sure that you can delete the job, you can run this. If for any reason the state is not one of the ones that you thought, then you will receive an error and that is okay. If your job is in a state of open, that means you only created the job, or maybe you uploaded the data, but you haven't closed the job, then that is okay, because the Mule application is smart enough to know that you are trying to abort the job and then delete it. So it will pretty much, once it's in the open state, it will come here, abort the job, and then delete it for you. So those are the 4 new operations that I have added here to my application. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I am happy to help. And of course, if you want to take a look at the code, you just have to go into my GitHub repo. And all of the Mule application is going to be here inside the Data Cloud integration implementation. So if you want to take a look at how I have generated all of these applications, you can just go ahead and check out the code from there. Alright, that is all for this video. I hope to see you soon. I hope this is helpful. And I will see you in more Data Cloud and MuleSoft stuff later. Bye!